NBC Stars Earn Stripes.
Hi, I'm Dolvett Quince from NBC Stars Earn Stripes.
Hi, I'm Tom Stroup from NBC Stars Earn Stripes.
And how did all this go about? How did you get this role and how did this go?
Mark Burnett's a close personal friend, and I'm joking. Mark Burnett, along with Dick Wolf, came up with the concept where celebrities partner up with special ops. The show is Stars Earn Stripes. Each stripe represents money that goes to nonprofit organizations, military nonprofit organizations, as you move forward. So each stripe represents that money. Celebrities are put into a scenario and taught by special ops how to be military people. Okay. That said, we essentially become soldiers with their guidance and them teaching us how to shoot sniper rifles, jump out of helicopters, pistols, etc. Tough, accurate, hopefully we won't embarrass them.
How prepared were you though? I mean, how prepared were all of you, if you can address it separately, for the physical? I mean, you're physical people, but this is a whole different type of level that we're going to.
You can't really prepare to do anything you're not accustomed to doing. Preparation obviously takes time. We didn't have a lot of time to prepare how to shoot a sniper rifle, a machine gun. I've never shot any one of those things before in my life, or jumping out of a helicopter for that matter. I've rappelled before in the past, but that's the extent of that. Being physical isn't enough. You have to have mental awareness. You have to have spiritual depth. You have to have a number of key components to make you aware of your surroundings, body awareness, mental awareness. So the preparation came with those attributes first, and then we utilize it in a high intense scenario.
And for each of you?
I think that's what I would echo the most is, you know, you come in as prepared as...
Don't mind, tell them I'm not here.
Sorry, go ahead.
No worries. So you come in physically as prepared as you kind of are just in general. I think all of us keep ourselves in pretty good shape, but when it came right down to what physically I could actually train and get ready for the show, I had no idea because we weren't privy to that information. It was all part of the secrecy of the show. So I think more so what we all brought to the table was a confidence in ourselves and in our pre-set skill set and building from there and knowing that we're going to be thanking God that we have that skill set when we get there and having it as a platform to jump from and move from, because we are going to be put in very uncomfortable situations doing very foreign things and not wanting to let anybody down when it comes time to get it on and do it.
Anytime you're around live ammunition, whether it be blanks or live fire, there is the element of danger. So how do you mitigate that danger?
The way that I do it as a trainer, the way you mitigate the danger is by creating stress. And that's easy to do because, first of all, if you exhaust somebody physically, your cognitive skills go down. And now you add on that the factor that the loud noises, the expectations from your teammates, doing things you had never done before. I mean, these are all stressors that make decision making a lot more challenging. So as a trainer, I can tell you that, yeah, physically, I mean, these are world-class athletes sitting next to me here. Physically, that wasn't really what their goal was, and it was genius from the producer's side to recognize that. They took a little bit of the physical out of it. A couple events were very, very, very physical, but a lot of it was definitely stress-induced decision-making abilities that determine whether you win or lose.
How do you react to this?
You guys have been training your entire lives, but does anything prepare you for something that is as foreign as this?
No, unless we were literally in the military or any of us came from a military background, then yeah, we'd be prepared to some level, you know, kind of. But, you know, I didn't get used to hearing a gunshot until day 3,
Yeah.
you know, just that impact, the power of handling a machine gun in my hand, it's extremely powerful. It's something like I've never experienced before. So there is no true preparation, it's just you get in there and you do it.
Is this going to change how you train when you train
It already
people?
has. It already has, to be honest with
Did
you.
you guys fire any
How?
RPGs
No.
or any long missiles?
I don't know, maybe.
Ain't nothing to
No,
prepare you
no.
for that.
No.
Absolutely nothing.
No, I'm
And you know,
sure.
that's what's going to come out in this show, and you're going to see that. I mean, you're going to see that no matter how much it looks like it's a reality show, and perhaps it was known, it was not known to any of us what the mission was going to be until we started the mission. And you'll see it on the operators' faces, and you'll see it on the celebrities' faces. It's a reality show based on reality, which means that there was no prep for it. It was basically, here's the guns you're going to shoot. The general will give us a mission. Here's the guns you're going to shoot, and here's a vague idea of what you're going to be doing. Ready, set, go. And that's the way it was.
How did it change? Just to follow up, how did it change the way you train?
You know what? I always tell trainers, and I train trainers how to be the best trainers they can possibly be. And I always tell them, you notice how when you work out, your workout is that much better. Your body's not lethargic. It's one of those things where it sharpened my sword mentally. It made me more, when I challenge myself, I can push someone to challenge themselves that much more. Talk the talk, walk the walk.
What about the muscles, the sore muscles? Because you must have, using different muscles, tell me a little bit about.
Dime a dozen came with the territory was not, I mean, it was like,
I'm used to
it was
being
like,
sore.
yeah, I'm sore, sweet, I'm working out hard enough to be sore. Yeah, I'm alive.
We embrace that. I know I do. I embrace being sore. I love it. You know, to me,
Me too.
it's
Me
my
too.
drugs.
I like seeing whether or not I'll be more sore the day after or 2 days after.
Yeah, I love
Because
it.
that bounces back and forth for me, depending on what I've eaten and what I've done.
I'm sorry, the Olympics are just around the corner. Can
Yes.
you talk about your experience at the Olympics and what goes on in Olympic Village? I mean, a lot of people in top form and
Let me
celebrate.
just put it this way. I would avoid the Olympic Village until I was done competing at the Olympics, and then I would go experience the Olympic Village.
And what would you experience there?
Oh, everything from partying to not being able to sleep at night to meeting different people from foreign countries to having T-shirt exchanges that make friendships forever to exchanging social media stuff to some inappropriateness is going on. I mean, we're a bunch of extraordinary athletes thinking that we are badass and we can do whatever we want to do, and I'm going to color outside the lines every now and again because I can. And so there's that going on there as well, and it can be very distracting, and it can definitely become an element of prep for you going into the Olympics. Is I'm going to have to be housing in the athlete housing, not separate with my team. We always stayed away because we were lucky. We were ski racing, so we had a mountain that was a ways away, so we were away. So we kind of banked on that a little bit. The people who aren't so fortunate and they are going to have to be in the Olympic Village for the duration of their games, those athletes are amazing that come out of that Olympic Village setting and succeed in their sport because they're having to deal with so much distraction within that village. And it just comes with the territory. It's not like the organizing committee's going, all right, we're going to build this really super distracting village and see what kind of drama we can drum up. No, they're basically building a place that can dorm 3,000 athletes from different countries all getting it on, and it's intense and it's hard to sleep. It's like New York City. The horns are going all night long, the sirens are going, people are cruising around. It's happening. Action. It's more the energy and the vibe of the Olympics that's keeping you up.
Picabo, you're like
favorite and least favorite Olympic memory for you?
My favorite Olympic moment for me was obviously hands down going to be the second that gold medal hit the back of my neck, and I felt how heavy it was, and I had a lifetime dream come true. There's nothing that rivals that. There's nothing that can take it away. My worst Olympic moment isn't my own. It's actually watching the people that go to the Olympics with all the expectation of the country and the world on them and fail. Those are my hardest moments.
Picabo, you trained your whole life for this, and then the culmination of winning the gold medal. Is there any sense of it's over?
Oh, yeah.
The whole thing is over, and where do you go from here?
From here, yeah.
And you're still young, and how do you deal with that?
Okay, so when you first retire, you're like, please let this be over. I'm over the Samsonite program. Like the start to the finish, I was all about it, loved it. But the Samsonite program across the world, over it. My nephew knowing me as Auntie Peak in the box in the corner instead of this human being. Okay, so that's when I retired. I was all gusto, like, yes, ready to be done, get on with it, do something different in my life, and start a family, make a positive difference. You get about 10 years away, and you look back going, did that really happen? It felt like another life. And you get almost 15 years away, I'm coming now, and I go, wow, has it really been that long? But then I look at the fruitful life that I've lived in the meantime and the person that I've become as a mother, and it's amazing, and I wonder what I've been doing with my time. As a mother, I'm more fulfilled and more challenged than anything I've ever done in my life.
Where do you keep the milk?
I finally got a safe at the house, and Mom relinquished possession of it to me at age 41. I was responsible enough at that point to finally get my gold medal in my own possession. But whenever my mom gets squirmy,
And the price of gold got really high.
I'm afraid our time is.
Oh,
good,
thank
yeah,
you.
thank you.
Thank you all very
Last
much.
question, what made you say yes to this?
to the show,
Yes.
the opportunity to stand up and scream and yell at the top of my lungs, thank you, thank you, thank you for your service to our first responders and our military.